Tonight I made my favorite casserole. Do y'all remember what it is? It's the sausage potato casserole. So I just got some breakfast sausage. Sometimes I like to use hot sausage, but tonight I didn't want to do spicy, so I just did regular breakfast sausage. I did a little onion powder on it and some red pepper flakes, and I'm just going to cook that till it's good and browned. This is sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to shred a whole block of it. And for those of you who are asking where I got my cheese grater, I'm fixing to show you something else that it does too. But I have those in my Walmart storefront and my Amazon storefront. Y'all go check them out. But see, this is the slicer attachment to it. So I put that in there, and then I'm going to peel and slice those potatoes up. Makes it so much easier than standing there at that butcher block and slicing them by hand. Now this recipe probably calls for maybe 3 cups of sliced potatoes, but I had some potatoes that needed to be used, so I'm probably using more potatoes than I would normally use. So a little bit later in the recipe, I'm going to show you how I would adjust for that. But that's my cheese grater with the slicer attachment in, and I'm just slicing those potatoes right into a bowl. You see how easy that is? I love this thing. And my bowl was filling up and I wasn't finished slicing, so I ended up getting a bigger bowl. Like I said, I'm using more potatoes tonight than I normally would. What did y'all have for supper? I got off early today. This casserole always has to bake for at least an hour, sometimes more. And so I always have to cook this either on my off day or an early day. I have had lots of requests for showing like different crock pot recipes, so I'm going to try and do that soon. Those are good for my late days. I'm just going to wash these potatoes off and get some of that excess starch off of them. I'm going to remove my sausage from my skillet. This is my 12-inch skillet, so it fits about the same as you would fit in a 9x13, or at least I think it does. All right, normally I would use 1 can of cream of mushroom soup and about 3/4 cup of milk, but I'm using 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup since I used so many potatoes, and that's how I made up for it. And then you just put salt and pepper. So like I say, cream of mushroom soup, milk, salt, and pepper is all that goes into this mix right there. Now you're just going to get your skillet. That sausage didn't really make a lot of grease, so I went ahead and sprayed the pan some more. Put about half your potatoes down. Salt and pepper, a little bit of onion powder. Put about half your meat down. And then about half of your mushroom soup mixture. And a little bit of the cheese, probably not half though, because you're going to want to save most of it for the top. And then you put the rest of your potatoes down and just repeat that process. You're going to have 2 layers of everything. There's the rest of that meat. This is so good, and it's real good with that hot sausage too. And then the rest of the soup mixture. You don't put that last layer of cheese on until it's almost done. So right here, because it takes those potatoes so long to cook, you're going to cover it and put it in a 350-degree oven for an hour. And during that hour, you can prepare everything else that you were going to make for that meal. I just got me some Sister Schubert rolls out. I went ahead and put the butter on them. I'm not going to put those in until after the hour's up. And then I did whole kernel corn. We just wasn't feeling anything green tonight, and that's okay. We absolutely love corn. So I did the bigger casserole along with 3 cans of whole kernel corn tonight on purpose so that we would have a little leftovers to take to work with us. That's just butter, salt, and pepper that I put off in there. That hour is up, so I took it out, uncovered it, and I'm going to put the rest of that cheese on top. I cranked the oven on up to about 400 at this point and put the rolls and the cast iron casserole back in there. while we wait for the rolls to toast up and that cheese to melt, Hannah came in here and decided to make peanut butter cookies. And this is a 3-ingredient recipe. It's always a favorite in our house. Let me show you how to do it. It's 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of peanut butter, and 2 eggs. Now, I say that, but it's normally 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter, and 1 egg. But we wanted to double the recipe because we like to have a lot of cookies. But that's all it is. You don't need no flour. You don't need nothing. Just peanut butter, sugar, and an egg. And I promise it works. You're fixing to see for yourself. But she's just getting all that stirred up together real good. And then she's going to use a cookie scooper. We're going to give Caden that spoon to lick. And y'all don't even say nothing to me about the fact there was raw eggs in there. He did not care, and neither did I when I was his age. I did it all the time, and sometimes I still do. But that's a little cookie scooper, and she's scooping them all out. We had 2 pans worth. We put them in the refrigerator to kind of firm up so we could press them here in just a minute. But our meal was ready. That cheese was melted, and the rolls was toasted, so we was ready to eat. This is Caden fixing his plate, and that's what it looks like. It is delicious. He's going to give us a taste test. All right, so after we ate, the cookies had time to kind of get a little firm, so she took them out and pressed them. Now, you don't press these just so they're pretty. You actually press them because peanut butter cookies don't flatten on their own like most cookies do. And then she got the wild idea to make each one of us a cookie with an Oreo inside of it. She's like, I want us to try this. So we had some regular peanut butter cookies, and then we had 4 of them with an Oreo inside of them. She's just going to bake those at 350 degrees. You just watch them. Everybody's oven is different. Ours did, I think, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. That was her taste testing it. She said she liked it, but it was a little too rich for her. And it really is. The Oreo made it super sweet. She wanted me to try it. And it is delicious, but it's so, so sweet. I think I'll prefer the regular. I love you.